All right, we'd like to welcome 16-0 prospect with 13 knockouts, Alejandro El Abusador Paulino, to the podcast, to the Final Bell. Alejandro, welcome to the Final Bell. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me with you guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely, brother. Why don't we start with training camp? You have your first main event assignment on March 23rd out of Bally's Twin River Casino in Rhode Island, kind of your second home. How's training camp going for that fight against Estivan Falcao?
Training camp been going great. Like I'm staying at the gym right now, so doing it different this time. So all I do is train every day, all day, 3 times a day, Monday through Saturday. So yeah, so we ready for March 23rd for whatever he brings to the fight.
Yeah, it's a kind of a quick turnaround for you, right? You just fought in February yourself.
Yeah, I just did, and it was a good fight too. So
yeah,
it was a good fight. So yeah, just keep being active and getting as many fights as I can get.
Yeah, that's actually one thing I noticed. I think the first year you started, I don't know if you have 4 or 5 fights, but every year you've been having 4 or 5 fights. Right now you're going on your third fight this year so far, or second fight?
This is my second one this year.
Fight. Yeah. I'm pushing a little bit far, but that's one thing I noticed, activity, and that's something we always talk about. Fighters staying active, and why some fighters, that look great, because of time off, end up looking terrible. So yeah, man. How do you feel in that kind of schedule, fighting often? You're getting ready for your next fight. After this, probably be getting ready for something else in a couple of months.
It feels great because it just keep me in. Not that I need motivation to be in the gym, but just keep me like, okay, I'm doing this, but I get this fight, but I got a next fight in a few months. Just keep me in the gym, keep me like working overtime, basically. So just keep me ready, get me sharper, and I'll be learning. I'll be just trying a lot of new stuff, in the gym. So it helps me a lot.
What's your day to day? I mean, you say you train 6 days a week?
Yeah, like Monday to Friday, Saturday mornings, something. Yeah. So
what's your schedule like? What do you
like? Yeah, in the morning I just run, then come back and do later on I do strength conditioning. That's what I got that day, and then I finish up in the afternoon, later, almost at nighttime. I just do my boxing workouts. And sparring days is different. We try to not do a lot sparring day because
right,
stuff like that. Yeah.
You need energy. Right.
Yeah.
How many sparring days?
3.
3. Oh, okay.
We try to do Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. If not, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, but we've been doing Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. Yeah.
Do you taper off closer to a fight? Do you take the last week off?
Oh yeah, the last week, yes. Always a week before, we stop sparring. So yeah.
Alejandro, tell us a little bit about what do you know about Falcao? I see from his record, I know he's no stranger to kind of trying to ruin undefeated records. What are your thoughts on him? I know he's young, he's 27, so close in age as well.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts on him?
I just found out about him like a week ago. They told me, if you want to fight this guy, say yes. And I'll look at his record, some of his fights. So he's gonna be a good fight. He's dangerous, he just be a 18-0 guy and a 10-1 guy, So it's gonna be a great fight. I'm not over looking at him and stuff, so it should be a great fight.
And that's really what you're looking for, right, in your development now, right? Is you're looking for tougher opponents going forward, right?
Yeah, yep. Guys that are gonna come and fight.
Yeah, and the last guy, yep.
They have a good record too. He's 13-3. The last guy was 17-3, so that's about,
Yeah. One thing about Falcao is that he's never been knocked out in his 3 losses. So, I know you're a big puncher. Are you going to try to make a statement against him by knocking him out? Is that in your mind, or are you just looking for a good performance?
last fight I was trying to get a knockdown, so it didn't go that way. This I always looking for a knockout, but like this time I'm just gonna take my time, see what he does, and take it. But if the knockout is there, I'm gonna go for it. You know, I like knockouts, so and I like the fans like knockouts, so try to give the fan a good show. You know.
Yeah, I noticed in the past a lot of Dominican fighters were like more like slick boxers, and more I'm starting to see Dominican fighters who are more aggressive, that move forward, like, you know, push forward. And you seem to really enjoy like actually fighting, right? Not just boxing.
Yeah, I usually like fighting and stuff like that, but I gotta, like, you know, sometimes too, like, lay back. You know, I'm not really good like laying back. I gotta work on that, you know, for like the future fights and stuff like that.
So talk a little bit about how you got into boxing. How old were you when you got into boxing, and you know, do you have an amateur background? You know, just give me the history of that.
So I started boxing after high school. Like I was 18. I'm 25 now, so about 7 years now, like almost 8. And I had like amateur. I had like 37 amateur fights. I won the Golden Glove 3 times. Went to nationals. I couldn't go to nationals again. But COVID hit, and then I just went pro after that. And my first nationals, Golden Glove national, I made it to the semifinals too. So that's pretty good. So I wanted to go again, but then COVID hit, and then they moved it like late this summer. So I just decided to turn pro in May. So I've been pro for about 3 years now. About 3 years now. So.
Okay.
Alejandro, one interesting thing that I noticed about you, and Frank, I'm not sure if you know about this, but you actually were training yourself for a big part of maybe your amateur career. Can you talk a little bit about that and how you ended up meeting Dr. Roland Estrada?
Yeah, you know, like there's some gyms that you just go there and then you get to like that level and then you just stuck there, you know. So I just felt like I was just stuck, and then I had to make a change, and that's when I went to national. Then I met Jason Strada, and then he told me, if you wanna come down to the gym, he really liked what he saw at nationals, like, and I just went to the gym, and I'm now with Big Six, and that's the best thing that ever happened to me, 'cause I just keep improving every time. So yeah.
How was that training yourself? I mean, that's interesting.
Just going to the gym and do stuff like just look. I was just doing shit that I look on YouTube and stuff like that, you know. So just.
Alejandro, were there did you have a lot of bad habits that needed to be corrected, would you say, or no? Like as far as, you know, just because you were training yourself, or no?
Yeah, nah, yes, you always got bad habits.
Like technical things, right? Technical
things, yeah. And then my cardio was not like, when I first came in, I couldn't do like 3 rounds sparring straight. Like I would get tired, you know what I'm saying? Now I do a lot of rounds, so yeah, my cardio was way below that time.
Right. And so what is it like now? I mean, there's another thing people may not know is you actually live in New London, Connecticut, but you travel to Rhode Island. Is it every day of the week, pretty much? Those 6 days that you train, do you always just train in Rhode Island?
Yeah, every time I train in Rhode Island. So I drive like 4 or 5 times, but now that I'm staying in the gym, I just drive once and back. I go down home the weekend, so it's better right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just quit. Yeah, I just quit my job. So yeah, so I'm just living in the gym right now.
Because that was what, like an hour plus drive for you?
Yeah, it was an hour. Yeah, an hour coming here, an hour back every day. So it was like, it was a lot.
So yeah, for sure. So without you know, knowing you very well personally, it seems to me that boxing might have come pretty naturally to you, right? Just given the fact that you started at 18, which is a little bit older, and you know, you were training yourself, and yet when I see you fight, you don't look like you have that little experience. You do seem to me to be a more seasoned fighter, given your experience. Would you agree with that? Did it come naturally to you? Did you feel?
Yeah, it did. Because when I started boxing, I really wanted to do like MMA. Cause
Okay.
I did wrestling for like 6 years before started boxing, like my high school career, like 8th grade. So I feel like I pick it up so fast because I did wrestling. It's like almost the same stance. You just I'm like bend down a little, and boxing you gotta be more standing up, and that's why I feel like it came natural because I had like the footwork already. So
Okay.
yeah,
Is
Gotcha.
that maybe something that you might want to, let's say, try out? I mean, being that, of course, you have a boxing career now, but
yeah,
you do have wrestling, and wrestling does
yeah.
help as far as mixed martial arts is concerned.
Yeah, what I'm doing right now, just think about boxing. I know like that down the line it's gonna be there for me. I like already like have that wrestling background and just gotta train for a couple months. Everything's gonna come back, and yeah, eventually. But right now it's all boxing.
Maybe you become the first successful male boxer to be successful in mixed
Yeah,
martial arts. 'Cause that's never
yeah,
happened.
go.
You know,
Yeah,
I mean, we have Holly Holmes who's a boxing world champion and also UFC world champion, you know, by knocking out Ronda Rousey. So,
yeah,
Is the only
you
one.
know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we yet have the men division to do that, you know?
yeah,
And you're with the right promoter, I guess, if that's what you decide to do, because CS
Yeah.
Boxing also does MMA. So
yeah,
I'm sure that wouldn't be too hard for them to arrange for you.
definitely.
Alejandro, taking a step back, you were born in Dominican Republic. How old were you when you got to the U.S.?
I was 13.
13.
Yeah,
What part of Dominican are you from?
I'm from the capital. I'm like, I don't know how to. Arroyo, I don't know if y'all gonna know that name, but yeah, it's in the capital of
Okay.
Dominican Republic.
Okay.
Yeah,
What was your childhood like out there?
it was good. It was great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of mad my mom never put me into boxing because I was getting into fights
Oh yeah.
almost every day down there in DR. So it was like, damn.
So fighting was in your blood pretty much.
Yeah, I didn't know about boxing until I got here, so it was like, damn it. She
Did you ever
should've
watch
just
boxing or no, as a kid?
No, like until I came here, like down there I just did baseball, so but I was not that good at baseball. So, but when I came here, I started
Wait a
seeing
second. Wait a second.
ultras.
You're not that good at baseball. That's blasphemy for Dominicans, bro.
I know I was not that good. I don't know. I don't know if I didn't like it that much. That's why.
I get you. I'm just kidding.
But when I got here, there was all this sports and stuff, and boxing was there too. So yeah.
You took to it. Yeah, for sure. And did you come right to New London, Connecticut, or did you go somewhere else first and then settle
No,
in?
right to
in
New London,
Connecticut?
Connecticut. Yeah.
Okay.
And I just.
Is there a sizable Dominican population there or no?
Yeah. There's a lot of Dominicans
Yeah.
on there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like now
Yeah.
there's a lot of Dominicans everywhere, so you just gotta just
Especially on the East Coast, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
Right.
there's a pretty
good for-
wild. Yeah, there's a lot of Dominicans down there.
Yeah, it's good for your fan base,
Any
man, to
fighters,
have them
any
everywhere.
fighters that you looked up to, Dominican or not, you know? Anyone?
Oh no, like growing up, Manny Pacquiao, I like Manny Pacquiao. That was me growing up. That's it. I like Manny Pacquiao, but now like I like Terence Crawford, like Benavides, Mexican Monster. Yeah.
We were just
Hey,
talking
what do
about
you
it.
think? What do you think of this Ryan Garcia circus that's been going on?
I don't know. Everything just started. I really don't pay attention to that, but like, yeah, it's been going crazy right now. I don't know if he's trying to do it to pull out the fight or I don't know if it's true everything that he's saying. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we were wondering the same. Tell us a little bit, Alejandro, about your last fight. We alluded to it a little bit. D'Angelo Keys, 17-3 record. He came to fight. He's a tough Texan. Tell us about that. Like, what was that experience like? What did you learn from that fight?
it was good. That was my first A round. I went all the way, all A rounds, and I learned a lot because I wanted to knock him out so bad that all my punches was power punches. So it was like, now I know like you can't knock everybody out and just
But
go
you
there and
did
relax.
You did have him down in the third round twice, so
I know twice, so he could take a shot too. So he's gotta know like this too.
Talking about Ryan Garcia, he faced Oscar Duarte, who just lost to Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I saw that. I knew that before. I just forgot to ask him there who's hit harder, me or Duarte, after the fight. I saw him after. I saw him after the fight. Yeah. Yes. Well,
he probably put a lot of tactics to survive in the fight, which some fighters can do sometimes, even when, so.
And when he got stopped by Duarte, it was the corner that stopped. It was not like he was knocked out or anything like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I heard him worse because I had him down twice in a round. So
was one of the things you learned was about patience, right? Like you mentioned that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, now it's like
pacing yourself.
Yeah, for now it's like I'm really not gonna go there and trying to force stuff. I'm just gonna let it come to me. So like more patience, set it up better. If I got him hurt, just don't rush on top of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And did he do anything offensively that you were like, okay, I got to work on this or that, or no?
Yeah, just the right hand. I gotta, keep my left hand up a little more. But other than that, he didn't do nothing offensive like that. He was just trying to. He did have good reflexes, like a lot of head movement, defense, stuff like that. But after that, he just tried to survive. He was not trying to engage. Just defense holding a lot. So
Right. Yeah. No, absolutely. It did look like there was a point where he was just trying to survive. And and now that set up this fight, right, where you're in the main event for the first time, in I guess I would say in your second home, right, in Rhode Island. This is a big card for CES. What does it feel like to headline your first show? Are there any nerves involved? How do you feel?
Not really. Just another fight. I'm pretty gonna get nervous. I really don't think about it. Don't try to think about it. Like main event and all that. But once I'm there the day of the fight, I'm probably gonna get a little nervous. But it's always gonna happen. So, but I'm excited too. So it's an 8-rounder main event. I'm fighting for the WBC US Silver title lightweight championship. So I'm really excited for that. And I really don't try to think about it too much.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, winning that title will definitely put you on the map as far as WBC ratings globally, which is very important. It's a huge step in that direction. You don't want to make too much of the fight. You want to go in there, let your hands go, do what you practice, right? But it's going to be it's a step in the right direction for your career. How patient are you as far as when you think you want to start contending for a world title? Is that something you see in a couple of years? Is that something that you see sooner than that?
After I beat him, I want to start as soon as possible. To be honest, it's not like I'm not gonna rush it, but I'm ready. You know what I'm saying?
If you're ready, you're ready, right?
Yeah. By the end of this year, should be ready for that.
Yeah. You got over 16 fights. You'll be.
Yeah, I got a lot of fights now.
Yeah, you got a lot of fights. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So this is gonna be
and just having two. Yeah, and having 2 fights this early in the year, how many fights would you like to have this year?
5, 4.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
I want 5, but realistic, I'm pretty good. I get 4 or 3. I get 1 more. I should get 2 more before the end of the year.
Yeah, probably right. We're in March. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how many shows CS is gonna put up. So they put more than 2. I'll be there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and actually to keep you sharp, of course, staying active. Something that you see it now, how many fighters are not fighting, especially with this PBC situation is going on. So
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
And fighters about 3 more times.
Fighters in the past fought 10, 15, 20 times a year. So yeah. That's why I don't like to compare eras, because fighters were fighting under different circumstances. Then I believe that fighters stay better when they fight often. And of course, if you fight, the less you fight, there's something called ring rust, right? And a lot of some people don't believe in it, but it does make a fighter rusty if he doesn't fight often. So yeah.
Yeah, I like training, but I like training more when I got a fight coming up. That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Nah,
it's a different
I'm not
focus.
What do you do? What do you do in your off time? I mean, when you don't have a fight, you eat ice cream, you eat pizza, you balloon up in weight. What do you do?
Yeah, I gotta stop doing that because I do eat a lot. I do eat, like, after the week of the fight, I do eat a lot of garbage food, but that's about it. Like, I take a week off probably and then be back in the gym. So it's like,
okay.
Yeah.
So how much weight do you say let's say, 'cause you fight at 130, right? So how much weight do you actually gain?
Gain on the fight?
What I'm saying, gain afterwards. When you're on your off time, when you're not fighting, what's your weight? What's your walking around weight?
Like 150.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Yeah. That's not bad. Yeah, not bad.
You would have said 180 or up. I would have been.
Nah, the most I ever weighed was like 153.
Oh yeah, that's not.
And I was just eating. You know what I'm saying? I don't go up that much.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Alejandro, the only other question I had for you is, as you're, maybe part of that activity that you're looking for, are you looking to maybe fight in Santo Domingo or somewhere else in the Dominican Republic in the next couple of fights? Is that a possibility?
If it happens, yeah, but sure. Really,
why not, right?
Sure. Why not? Why not? I'll fight down there.
A little homecoming fight?
Homecoming fight, but yeah. I really haven't played no thoughts to it, but it would be good fighting down there in DR.
Yeah, it would be good for your brand too, just keep them engaged.
Yeah, keep it engaged and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Just wait.
Frankie, any other questions from you?
Man, I'm good. Actually, I got enough information for the man. But man,
so Alejandro, look,
good luck on your next fight, for sure.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it.
I don't think you need.
Thanks again for joining us, Alejandro. Is there anything else that you want to tell your fans that are going to be coming to support you at Bally's, whether they're from Connecticut, Rhode Island, or anywhere else?
Yes, come show support. March 23rd, Bally Tournament Casino. It's a great stack show with a lot of great fighters, and I'm the main event. I'm fighting for a title, A-rounder. So, like, all my fans come and support. It's gonna be a big one. That's
absolutely. Alejandro Paulino against Falcao for the WBC Silver U.S. title. First title for Alejandro. Awesome. Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you.
All right.
Great talking to you, man.
Yeah.
Take care.